Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Today is November the 11th, 2013. This won't get uploaded until the end of the week, so you guys won't see it until probably Thursday or Friday. Okay, so welcome. We are still in cycle 27. We are currently on cycle day 25. Hallelujah. And I say hallelujah because last cycle AF came on cycle day 22. So for me to be at cycle day 25 with no AF, I'm really excited and really happy about it. And so I'm here today. Oh, well, of course, it's attributed to wonderful Fertilade. I've been taking Fertilade twice a day, once in the morning with breakfast and once at night with dinner. And so, yeah, and my husband is taking Fertilade for men as well. And so, as you know, one of the main ingredients in Fertilade is Vitex, chasteberry, which helps with your cycle. So it helps balance your cycle. And so, of course, hopefully if AF comes, you know, it'll come on time. If it doesn't come, that's even better. So today I'm here because I wanted to tell you what's going on with me, give you the results of my HSG, and give you some, you know, current plans, future plans, and all of that jazz. But first things first, we got to discuss the uncomfortable first. So I had my HSG a week before last, and the radiologist, they don't give you your results right away. You have to go to the OB to get your results, which is dumb because it's a waste of gas and they can just tell me there. But anyway, I digress. So the nurse called me and told me that my results were in and that I would have to come in on Monday, which was last Monday, to get my results. And so they gave me an appointment. I went to the doctor's office, and of course I sat in there for 30 minutes after my appointment, and finally the nurse came in to get me. The doctor didn't invite me into his office at all, so I knew something was going on, and I was already nervous, a nervous wreck. And so he was standing at the reception. Sorry about my nose, it's bothering me. He was standing at the nurse's receptionist's desk, and so I just said hello, whatever the case may be, and then he was just like, well, it looks like one of your tubes are blocked, so you need to see a reproductive endocrinologist. Good luck to you. And that was it. That's all he said to me. He didn't explain anything to me. He didn't tell me anything. He handed me a copy of the radiologist report, diagnosis report, and that's what he said to me, and that was it. And at that complete instant, as I turned to walk away, the tears, like I couldn't even, when I got into the waiting room, I was like boo-hooing. Like I wasn't like loud crying, but the tears were just coming out of my eyes. Like I didn't know how to control it. I was just like disappointed. Like he didn't explain in depth. He didn't tell me anything. He just said, it looks like one of your tubes are blocked, so you need to see this person or whatever. Good luck to you. Goodbye. And that was it. So I got on the elevator. These people were on the elevator. I couldn't even see to press the button. I was just crying. The lady was looking at me like I was crazy. I was just boo-hoo, and I couldn't. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do with that information. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't read the paper because my glasses had fogged up on me. And I walked to my car just boo-hooing. I got in the car. I just couldn't stop crying. And I called my dad, and I was like, this guy's telling me that my tubes are blocked or whatever, and I can't have kids. And my dad was like, don't worry about it. You know, he's not, you know, some doctors are not always right, and, you know, he tried to encourage me, but I was just like, my life is over. I hate this. I'm tired of being, this process is just like killing me. And I never felt so bad in my entire life. Like I've had lots and lots of, low moments, but that was the lowest moment of my entire existence. Like I was at the point where I just didn't want to be around no more. I just wanted to disappear. And that's what I kept telling my husband. I just want to disappear in the thin air. I don't want to be around here no more. It's just too much, you know. And so I text my good friend, who's a pharmacist, and went through the same situation that I went through, but in her case, both of her tubes were actually blocked, and she had the HSG done, and then when she went to her 6-week appointment, she was already 5 weeks pregnant. So she kept telling me, you know, Shantika, you know, it's okay, it's fine, you can have children, you know. And so she was just like, why don't you read to me the radiologist's report, the diagnosis? And so this is what the radiologist wrote, okay? Prior to the procedure, a timeout was performed documenting the correct patient and procedure, which I did tell you they, you know, explained everything and all that. And this is what exactly happened. Following the cleansing of the vulva and the cervix, a 5 French balloon-tipped hysterography catheter was placed into the cervix via speculum. The balloon was inflated, and the arbitrary 320 was gently injected under fluoroscopic guidance. Digital fluoroscopic radiographs were obtained. The endocervical canal and endometrial canal are normal in caliber without filling defect or stenosis. So everything is pretty much means, if you guys know medical terminology, he didn't find any defect or any abnormalities, you know, with the tube or the endocervical canal and the endometrial cavity. Okay? Filling of the fallopian tubes is very difficult because the patient was in considerable pain during the injections, most likely the result of corneal spasm. This is what I was telling y'all, I was in a lot of pain. Eventually, a small left fallopian tube does fill with contrast material, and a cloud-like collection of contrast material was seen adjacent to the fimbriated end of the tube without definite free peritoneal spillage. There is no evidence of filling of the right tube during the examination. Complications? None. After removal of the catheter, the patient was completely free of pain and otherwise tolerated the procedure without difficulty. She left the department in satisfactory condition. Now, his personal impression was occlusion of the right fallopian tube at the level of the corneum, probable locular spillage of contrast material from the left fallopian tube without definite evidence of free spillage. So that, if you guys understand what I was saying, that does not say anything definite in regards to your tubes are completely blocked or one tube is completely blocked, because the whole entire procedure took 2 minutes and 30 seconds because he couldn't even finish the procedure because I was in so much pain, as he so eloquently, you know, dictated in this diagnosis. He didn't finish the procedure because he could not, because I was having spasms in the tube, and I just couldn't take it, and I begged him to stop. You understand what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, I have my left fallopian tube. He was able to inject the dye through the left fallopian tube, if that makes any sense. But he said that it was a contrast material, and a cloud-like collection of contrast material was seen adjacent to the fimbriated end of the tube without definite free peritoneal spillage. So it doesn't mean that the procedure didn't work or the tube is completely blocked. He did probably unblock it. So in my opinion, I feel like I have one decent tube that looks promising. That's what I take from it. So all I needed was for idiot to sit down and explain this to me. You know, that's all I need him to do, is sit down and explain this to me. You know, and it just kills me how lazy some doctors are. They don't want to sit down and take the little bit of time to explain certain things to a patient so that they'll understand what's going on. Because I'm gonna have my mom read this and have her, you know, explain it, and then I'm gonna go, you know, do my own research and really go word for word to make sure, you know, and of course I'm gonna keep it so when I do go to the doctor in January, you know, they have this on file. And I'm absolutely willing to take the test over again. But please, Jesus, they got to give me something to sedate me at least, so that the test can be performed in its entirety, because it's extremely painful. You know, I can deal with a lot, but it was really painful. And so I'm not opposed, like I said in my last vlog, I'm not opposed to taking it again. But I was so devastated because this guy didn't even take the time to read the report properly. And that's how people get misdiagnosed with shit, because of lazy ass doctors who don't sit down and take time out with the patient, you know, to explain what's going on with them. And you tell them one thing off the top of your damn head, and I could have committed suicide or did something crazy to myself, thinking that, you never know what's going on when you give somebody bad news like that, that's inconclusive and not entirely accurate. And so I was really pissed off by that. And so, oh yeah, and so I was really pissed off, and I just was like, you know, that was one experience. And it's like I was telling one person who commented, was like, oh, all medical professionals are not like that. Duh, I know that. You know, my mother's a medical professional, and I know that all medical professionals are not stupid like that. It's just him, you know, that's lazy. And so I did get the, I can't find it. I did get the results from my husband's sperm exam, sperm test, sperm analysis, which was really good. And it shows that he's like over, he's over the normal limit of, he's over the normal sperm count. His mobility is fine, the sperm mobility fine, color fine, everything fine, and he's like 10 million above the normal sperm count. So that's really promising as well. So there's no issues on his end. Hallelujah. So I just, you know, and I felt bad because I was just so devastated, and I was mad at myself because I didn't read the paper first before just taking his word, the doctor's word, and, you know, going nuts about it. But it just pissed me off that he didn't take the time to, you know, to explain exactly what the doctor, you know, what the radiologist report said. And so, so yeah, you know, it's kind of disappointing. But, you know, when my friend explained this whole thing to me, you know, I got a burst of hope, and, you know, it was just like, you know, I can really, you know, I probably can have children, you know what I mean? I just have to just, you know, pray and wait. And of course we're ready to start, you know, any kind of fertility treatments or whatever the case may be. And I'm definitely willing to do this test again to get a conclusive, definite, set in stone diagnosis. And so that's something that we're going to pursue not next month, but the month after next, in January. So yeah, so that was what happened. And it took me forever to do this vlog because I couldn't do it without crying, because I was just so upset, you know. And then when I got clarity on my results or whatever, then I was able to calm down, and you know what I'm saying. But I just hated the world at that point. And so I'm cool now, y'all. Don't worry about me. I'm good now. I'm really good now. So I feel good. As I got my workout clothes on. I've been going to the gym every single day, Monday through Friday. So I feel really, really good. So we decided, because I was just so, because of my reactions and the way I was, my husband was like, well, let's just go on ahead and start the process of becoming foster parents. And so we had agreed to go on ahead and start taking the parenting classes, because you have to, in the state of Florida, you got to take between 25 and 30 hours of parenting classes. And then the state does a home study where they come into your home and make sure that it's clean, suitable for children, and all of that jazz. And then based on their home report, you get approved for to be a foster parent. And then they have a program where it's fostering to adopt, where you can have a child in your home, and after 6 months to a year, you can, if they don't find any other relatives, if the parents' rights are completely terminated by that time, then you can pursue adoption. So we are like heavily considering that. But we're just going to take the parenting classes and just focus on, pursuing a solution, or just pursuing, treatment for whatever it is that's going on with me, if there's anything going on with me. And so we have this huge redecoration project going on with the house right now, and we put, thank Jesus in heaven for layaway, we put a ton of home decor stuff on layaway, and we're going to get a new sofa, area rug. We're just going to spruce up our place a bit so that we can get ready for whatever God is going to give us in the future. So our future TTC plans have not changed. We are still in the running. We're still going strong. We're not giving up. I'm not going to lie. Everybody goes through that moment in time when you're just like down and out, low. You don't know where to go. But I'm a big believer in second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion. If one doctor is not doing the right thing, you have every right to go see somebody else. And it's just, you have to do that, because I see people get stuck with physicians that are subpar and just have really no heart for the profession. They just in it for the money. They have really no heart for people. They have no heart for healing. They just put a stamp on you, next, stamp on the next person, next, and they don't even take the time and nurture you, explain things to you, and even leave the floor open for questions, comments, concerns, or whatnot, to really help. Because we all don't, unless you're in the medical field and you understand terminology like that, you need to break it down for people so that they could understand what's really going on with them. And everybody don't have that mindset or that heart for the profession to do that. And so, we got all copies of everything that was done, so I don't ever have to go back to that person again. And he better hope nobody don't ask me, anything about that facility, because I will tell them, do not go to that facility, because they do not have the patient's heart in mind. I will not give him a good review. So yeah, that's basically it. And so stay tuned, keep your head up, and I guess we'll talk next week, hopefully, if we're doing a pregnancy test, or hopefully if we're starting a brand new cycle. I'm super optimistic once my level of thinking has come back to lucid. I'm back at my old self, optimistic, looking forward to the future, and just I'm hoping and praying that we can start off the year 2014 with a positive pregnancy test, or February, whatever. We don't care about when it happens, but we just want to make sure that it does happen. So that's pretty much it for the update. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything you want to share, feel free to do so down below, and I will talk to you guys, God's willing, life lasts, another time. Alright, so talk to you guys later. Peace and hair grace. Bye.